Okay, so we booked a trip going, so it's one direction. I'm gonna end up in South Carolina, and it's a 6 or 7 stop trip going from, I gotta go to Durham, from Durham to Graham to Whitsett, North Carolina, Whitsett to Kernersville to Charlotte, and Charlotte down to Columbia, South Carolina. It doesn't pay total as much as some of the others that were up there that were round trips coming back to Durham, which would be more ideal for me because I'm a whole lot closer to home when I finish. But the ones that were up there were paying less than $2 a mile, even though the money was bigger. And I can't keep running my truck at, $2 a mile, $1.75 a mile, $1.90 a mile. I'm just not making enough money. So this one pays out just over $900. It's $3.18 a mile, I think is what it's paying at. It's $3 is a change a mile. So I figured, even though it puts me, further away from home, then I still get a chance to make more money coming back the next day. It should leave me having to stay around the Charlotte area. There is a handoff, a trailer handoff in Kernersville. I'm not real sure what that means. And when we get there, I'll update the vlog and let everybody know what that exactly means. I hope it's not too much of a headache. But I will say this, my first one pulling into RDU5 in Durham shows me bobtailing to RDU9 in Graham. And I'm going to use the little bypass trick to check in off-site at RDU5, that way I can just keep rolling and go straight to RDU9 because it's a bobtail anyway. I'm not picking up anything, and my trip sheet doesn't show that I'm picking up an empty. It doesn't show I'm picking up a load. It shows me bobtail. And so I'm going to do the little trick and skip it and go to RDU9. I'll get there, and from there we'll move right on along. That's our trip to try to kind of close out the end of the week. I don't know what's for Friday yet because I got to get down to South Carolina and figure out what I can get that at least kind of comes back up my direction. That's a decent bobtail home. So stick around, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Alright, change plans, apparently. I was FaceTiming the missus, and in the new FaceTime, if anybody's seen this, it's kind of cool. You can share your screen in FaceTime, and I was showing her what my run looked like, and what, how it's routed out. And was talking about the bobtail from RDU5 to RDU9, and as I'm showing her, they had changed it from a bobtail into picking up what looks like to be an empty. And so my arrival time's not supposed to be until 5:47, excuse me. It is 5:25. I've been here for about 10-15 minutes, I guess. Traffic's pretty bad in Raleigh, so I wanted to give myself plenty of time to get here. I left the house around 3 or so. I got a good feeling this one's gonna get canceled. Whatever, man. But from here we go to Graham, and from Graham we go to Whitsett, which I've never been to either. I've never been to either one of those. I know the one in Graham is, hell, I don't know. It's in between the interstate and my daddy's house. Be nice to have time to go say hey, but we got to keep this puppy moving, man. Little update. We are at CLT2 down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. There is major congestion trying to get into the guard shack. I've been here. It's 12/12. I've been here since 11/33. On the 8th, it's currently the 9th of November. And my scheduled time isn't for another 11 minutes, but I've already had to make 2 notes in the trips to let them know that there's congestion up here and that I'm not late. Geofence has me tagged as being here on time, so it's been another interesting night. So they ended up originally had canceled when I got to Kernersville. My load, I took a preload into Kernersville and was supposed to take an empty out, and as soon as I got there, they bobtailed me out once my arrival time hit. It was a little early, so I didn't have to wait too long. But now that I'm here, well, let's go back real quick. While I was sitting in Kernersville, it came through an email. They had canceled the last leg of this run coming from CLT2 to CAE1, I believe is what it is, down in Columbia, and it messed up my pay and dropped it like $300. So I called them up and had them add a empty to me coming out of here. So if they got an empty, they got an empty. I still got a ton of time left on my clock as far as drive time goes. You know, best case scenario, they will bobtail me to Columbia, and then I can just bypass it with the little trick. And if not, I got an empty going down so I don't lose any money. But that should still give me enough time to maybe even find a little short run while I'm down there. But we'll see, man. I just wanted to jump on here, give a little bit of an update. We get ready to move forward, so I'm gonna put the camera down. Tour complete. It's 3:40 in the morning. I found a little sleep in over by the airport in Columbia, South Carolina. So they'll only give me till noon tomorrow or today. So it doesn't quite give me 10 hours. So, you know, I'll at least get some sleep in a bed and try to find something. There's a couple things up there, but they leave in 30 minutes and they're 70 miles away. That would have took me kind of back towards Charlotte and Graham area. I had plenty of time. I had like 4 hours and 20 minutes left on my drive time, and even more on my own duty status. But you know, if anything pops up, I'll be able to go back on duty a little bit before 2. You know, 145, 150 be a safe number. I can't remember exactly what time I clocked out, but anyway, here we are. It's only Thursday. It's only Thursday. I feel like it's Saturday already, but we'll find something, man. We'll find something. Let's go. We're gonna get us some sleep and kick this thing back off today. Today. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. Okay, so I haven't found a load yet, but there's a speed code like 6 miles away, and I need an oil change, PM service done, and I also need to get that valve stem fixed. So we're going there. I just got to get my stuff together. I called, they said there's nobody there right now, so I got to get my mess together, and then we got to get out of here.
Showers won't save dead flowers. I've got the power and I'm moving on.
We're getting it, as long as I don't forget. Look, my wife don't watch these, but she'll watch this one. I tell you, I left my wedding band and I left my necklace that my oldest son gave me for Father's Day. I've had it on every day since. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He would have kicked my she would have definitely kicked my I had to turn around and go back to the hotel with the truck, trailer, everything. Park, run across the street at like 2:30 in the morning. Alright, let's go get checked out.
Okay, so that lady was really nice. She's from Korea, she says. She spoke really good English for somebody from Korea. I couldn't tell if she was a stewardess because I'm kind of by the airport. But right when I walked out the door, she asked me in my travel bag, "Do you have a cat in that bag?" No, I don't have a cat in the bag. Let's go get the oil changed.
You've been gone just a little while, but it feels like forever. The time goes by slowly. Oh, I hate how much we fight these days, but all I can do while you're away is cry. I am ready. I'm ready to see my baby. Get back home, baby, pick me up, 'cause I need your body, I'm all pinned up. Hurry. Gotta feel you moving on top of me. You're the only lover that can make me scream, oh baby. I am ready. I'm ready to see my baby. I'm so ready to hold you and ready to squeeze you. You don't even know how much I need you. I'm lying around, pining all day.
All right, so we found the leak. It's not a valve stem. It's a big nail in the tire that apparently is laying flat on the ground every time I get to the house and park it. I got my man Prince right here. Say what's up, man.
So how y'all doing today?
Prince.
Prince.
Oh, oh, these boys is good to me around here. Columbia, South Carolina. What exit we off of? Exit 5 over here off Highway 77, I-77. Interstate, that's what it is. I-77 up here in Columbia, South Carolina, man. Y'all come see these boys. All right. We are up here in Kernersville. Don't clown me. It was a 158-mile bobtail. But I'll leave the little somewhere in here. I'll leave, what it paid about a mile and stuff like that. There was another one that was up there that wasn't terrible. It was closer to me, but it was Concord back to Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I knew it would be right in the midst of me trying to get up there and fight rush hour traffic. And I just, it paid like $1.50. No, it paid $1.60 something a mile. It was just not a lot of money. It paid, in the grand scheme more money, but for the miles, it was another 150 extra miles from what this one is. And I just didn't see that it was worth it. And there was nothing else up there. I was ready to kind of come back this way. So what I took was Kernersville. So I'll go this way across the state. I go Kernersville, over to Durham, and then up to, I forget the little name of the town. It's up there near Richmond. It's not quite near Richmond. It's not quite up there. It's southeast of Richmond and due west of Petersburg. So, yeah, that's Prince George, Virginia. That's where we're going. But it's 222 miles total. That's not terrible. It's only a 5-hour total trip, according to them, and I'm always early, so it shouldn't take me very long to finish it. It's almost $500. It's like $470 something, I believe, is what it is. So it's over $2 a mile. I'll take that. But we're here. They kicked me off the yard. This is something new for me. That when you're really, really early, what I was hoping was they would check me into truck parking, and that I could catch some sleep inside the facility. But instead, I'm out here. I'm at another one. I'm right around the corner. I'm at the Amazon delivery building. It's just not inside the gate, which is it's fine. But you know, I'm here. It's 7:30. I'm not scheduled to leave until after midnight. It's like 12:30, 12:45, something like that. So I got a few hours to catch some sleep. I'm gonna eat some of this leftover shepherd's pie that my wife made for the first time in forever because my kids don't eat anything, and I don't want it to go to bed because the freezer at the hotel didn't work, so I couldn't put my ice pack in there. I just had to put it in the refrigerator, and it was cold, but you know it needs to be eaten. So I'm gonna grab some dinner right here in the truck and prop my pillow up behind me, FaceTime my wife and the kids, tell them I love them, see them off to bed, and I'm gonna catch some sleep. So we'll see you on the other side of it. 4:41 in the morning on Friday. I ain't got my glasses. Friday, November 10th. We dropped the box off from Kernersville to Durham. Left Durham, got here. Smooth trip, man. Wasn't a whole lot of traffic. Drive through the night like we always do. Pull into here, and there's a box sitting here. It's not supposed to leave till 5:30, but it goes from here. It's a one-way, paying $3.75 a mile. Can't really beat it. I didn't screenshot it or screen record. My apologies. But it's paying $3.75 a mile. It's like $237, $38 for me to go towards the house anyway. So it's 4:42. And my GPS is showing I'll be in Chesapeake, Suffolk area to ORF3, which is where it's got to go. It's just an empty dropping it off by 6:23. So you know what, an hour and 40 minutes down the road, man, to make another $240. So let's go, man. We're gonna finish this week off strong like that. We'll close this thing out in a little bit.